Thank you so much for joining us. This is Patrick Miller, who is running for Council Member Place 1. Thank you so much for being here.
It's my pleasure. Thank you for having me, Paige.
Thank you. Okay, well, we're going to just start with an easy question. 1 minute to 2 minutes telling us a little bit about your resume and qualification, what makes you best for a council member.
Yes, ma'am. I'm glad that you asked. In fact, I have served as a professional for the citizens of Amarillo as an educator. I have served on the Amarillo College Board of Regents. During that time, I had 6 years of consecutive service, helping to manage the $67 million budget, helping to create jobs for our city in the form of collaborative working relationships with the Amarillo Economic Development Corporation to create jobs like a CK and Panhandle Pure right here in Amarillo. And I have served on various boards throughout our city, from the Amarillo Police Department Community Advisory Panel to the Amarillo Area Foundation Strategic Initiatives Committee, Panhandle PPS Advisory Council, Randall County Sheriff's Office Advisory Board, and the Amarillo Symphony Board of Directors, including the Amarillo branch and AACP. So my vast experience and skill set working in a collaborative manner to address the needs most pertinent to Amarillo citizens is what makes me qualified to serve on the Amarillo City Council as Member Place 1. I would relish that opportunity to be a servant to the taxpayer and be good steward of their finances as I once was before, and I believe I'm the most qualified because I was born and raised here and I love Amarillo, and I want to put Amarillo first by building a strong economy, a safe community, and reliable infrastructure.
That's amazing. And so you kind of already touched on it a little bit, but your platform that you're running on, tell Amarillo residents and kind of citizens who want to know what your beliefs are for Amarillo.
Well, I believe we need to put Amarillo first. We need to build a strong economy, a safe community, and reliable infrastructure. That means as a member of City Council working with 4 of the members, we will have the opportunity to actually work with the Amarillo Economic Development Corporation to bring jobs and businesses to our city, because we know that more jobs mean more people contributing to the tax base, which eases the financial burden on families and businesses. In fact, what I'm concerned with is the fact that Amarillo over the past decade has only experienced a 6% economic growth, whereas Lubbock has experienced a 13% economic growth. We need to do right by our taxpayers and all citizens here and make sure that we have a strong economy. And when we talk about the vision of growth for our city, I have the endorsement of the Amarillo Association of Realtors because they believe that we need to simplify regulations and adjust zoning with buffers to ensure that our developers have more flexibility to increase the availability of homes. But we need to ensure that our police officers, our firefighters, and first responders continue to have wage increases, because we need to be able to recruit and retain our law enforcement officers. It is of utmost importance to us to ensure that every neighborhood deserves enough police, firefighters, and first responders to keep the community and officers safe and to prevent crime. So I want to pledge to continue to move in the direction to ensure that the 333 police officers we have now with Amarillo Police Department increases so that we are fully staffed, because we're still 27 short. And I want to make sure that we are fixing our infrastructural needs. It's high time we get serious about the River Road wastewater treatment facility, which is a century old, and the Hollywood Road wastewater treatment facility, which is severely damaged by that flood. In fact, just recently, because of the inflow issues, the waste haulers were unable to go into the Hollywood Road wastewater treatment facility. That is of grave concern to all citizens, and I think if we put Amarillo first and build a strong economy, a safe community, and reliable infrastructure, we will make sure that our needs are met here in Amarillo, and we will actually serve all 203,000 citizens.
No, of course. And so, and you kind of touched on things that the past City Council has worked on and been instrumental in kind of moving forward. What is something that you think that either current City Council or past City Councils haven't been able to kind of get to the forefront that you really want to push forward and work on in the next couple of years if you were to be elected?
Again, the wastewater treatment facilities that are so essential to Amarillo residents. If we're going to continue to grow and we're going to have the infrastructural ability to increase our capacity, we need to ensure that we get serious about our wastewater treatment facilities. The River Road wastewater treatment facility, being a century old, is of grave concern. The Hollywood Road wastewater treatment facility needs some major upgrades. It's nice to know that there has been a discussion about getting $37 million awarded to a proposal for the Army Corps of Engineers to begin discussing the renderings for a plan, but we need more your support, and we need to really have people elected to the Amarillo City Council who know how to bring complex projects to fruition. Again, my collaborative relationship with the Amarillo Economic Development Corporation in the past and ensured that jobs were created for citizens in Amarillo. And we were able to oversee a bond which passed in 2019 for our First Responders Academy at Amarillo College, HVAC, and some other upgrades to the facilities at Amarillo College. So I am qualified and ready to serve the taxpayers because of my experience, and I want to get to the point of actually resolving the issues that have been long ignored by previous city councils. In fact, there's the Northeast Interceptor project that is going to ensure that we are moving waste down the line so that North Heights residents no longer have to deal with the toxic stench from sewage. That is something that is going to be a priority for anyone elected to the city council, myself included.
Well, that is wonderful. Thank you so much for joining us. And I'm going to give you just a minute at the end of this just to say, and you've kind of explained it very eloquently while you've been here, but why people should vote for you and why you are the best candidate for Council Member Place 1.
Well, thank you. I am the best candidate for Amarillo City Council Member Place 1 because I was born and raised here. I understand the issues because I have continued to study the issues as I have served on various boards in our city. I was once elected to the Amarillo College Board of Regents, and in doing so, I helped manage the $67 million budget and brought jobs to our city. I have the requisite leadership experience to be able to work with 4 other members on the city council, including a mayor, to make sure that the city council gets back to the business of passing ordinances and resolutions for the good of our city, focuses on adopting a tax rate and a budget that is meaningful to our citizens, and ensures that we direct and entrust our city staff, including our city manager, to perform the daily operations of our city. Well, it's time to put Amarillo first, and to build a strong economy, a safe community, and reliable infrastructure. I am the candidate who they can rely on to do those things. In fact, I would encourage anyone to go to millerforamarillo.com to find out more about the campaign, or to follow me on Miller for Amarillo on Facebook and Instagram. But most importantly, I look forward to receiving your vote on April 22nd, or at least by May 3rd, so I can begin serving the citizens of Amarillo.
Well, thank you so much, Patrick, for joining us. We really appreciate you coming and telling us a little bit more about you, and good luck with the election.
Hey, thank you so much,
Thank
Paige.
you.
I appreciate you, man.
Thank you.